On 6 September 2018, when we last met, during my interaction with Amir, I confessed I was a little nervous, to which he suggested that I should put my hand on my heart and say, all is well. Today, indeed, all is well, as we've had some really exciting last few months, both in terms of technology innovations as well as consumer sales. Good afternoon to all our media friends, business partners, and our dear Vivo fans who are joining us on the live webcast. I welcome you all to not just the India launch of the Vivo V15 Pro, but the global launch. Yes, India is the first country in the world to launch this all-exciting new V-series smartphone. 2019 is a special year for us as we enter the 5th year of our operations in India. And our inspiration, our motivation, our goodwill, and our satisfaction comes from each one of the 35 million customers who are happy using our products because of our products' reliable quality and good experience. So a big thank you to each one of our customers. You inspire us to do better and better every time, all the time. Brand Vivo has gone from strength to strength in the last few years. As we enter our 5th year, I would like to share with you some key numbers from our brand track studies. On consumer perception, our studies show that Vivo ranks #1 in camera, is considered as the #1 brand for youngsters, and ranks in the top 2 in the category on innovation and trust. And this is a result of the path-breaking innovations we have been able to deliver to the market. We also know what we achieved in the past is history, and the real test of our commitment to technology and innovation is when we can, in the future, continuously push boundaries, dream the unthinkable, and achieve the undoable. And that's what we have done with the latest launches of the next dual display and the Apex 2019. Vivo has once again introduced to the smartphone industry and to the whole world concepts like full screen in-display fingerprint scanning, a phone with no physical buttons, no volume button, and no power button, body sound casting technology, which says goodbye to speakers and hello to loud and clear sound through the back cover, and a super unibody design for an all-new form factor, which is one step closer to the ultimate phone design. Elegant, comfortable, and beautiful. This is what we say is innovation at its cutting edge. And the icing on the cake is when respected publications reward us and our products with titles like Most Innovative Brand, Most Innovative Phone, Best Progressive Brand, and Innovative Tech. While leading the industry in innovation pushes us, we get immense satisfaction when we are able to bring these path-breaking innovations at affordable price points. With V11 Pro, we pioneered the in-display fingerprint scanning in the 20,000 to 30,000 price segment. And today, with the V15 Pro, we will be launching the world's first 32-megapixel pop-up selfie camera, again in the price range of 20,000 to 30,000. The innovation spree goes on and on and on. It is because of innovations like these that our market share numbers have continuously seen growth. As for the latest GfK report, we are at an ever highest value market share of 19.4%. And this places us at 2nd position in the Indian smartphone industry. In fact, our V11 Pro innovations were liked so much by our consumers that we have continued our leadership in the 20K to 30K segment. Vivo holds the #1 position in this segment with a 39% market share. And we really want to thank our consumers for the love they shower on our V series. Our brand loyalists have increased by 40% from the times of V7 Plus. And we crossed a record pre-booking number of 1 lakh pre-bookings for V11 Pro. This kind of response for a new product was unprecedented for us. And I'm sure the whole industry stood up and took notice of it. While we continuously innovate our products, we have also refreshed our brand logo with a new color and font. We have changed the shade of blue to a more saturated shade. We believe the new shade and font will represent our expressive character in an even better way and continue our journey of being the most preferred brand for youngsters. While we continue to enhance our products and our brand, there is another important aspect of Vivo's growth story. And this is our commitment to India. We have further reaffirmed our belief in the Indian market by announcing aggressive expansion plans of our factory. We have committed to invest another 4,000 crores in India to increase our manufacturing capacity. And just the first phase of this expansion will create jobs for 5,000 more people. This is in addition to the existing 5,000 number we are employing at our Greater Noida factory. And you will be happy to note that the V15 Pro we are launching today will also be made at our Greater Noida factory. This further reaffirms our commitment to make in India. While I come to the end of my welcome speech, I can just tell you that the V15 Pro is so beautiful to look at and so differentiated in experience that it's bound to pop a few eyes. Hope you enjoy this Go Pop experience. As always, it was wonderful to be with you today. Love India, love Vivo.
Thank you very much indeed, Nipun. We all could see what goes in the making of a successful brand like Vivo in India. Now we move on to the next interesting segment. I'm sure you're all intrigued, ladies and gentlemen, and can't wait to see what Vivo has in store for us today. In that case, let's now invite Ankit Malhotra, Product Manager, to share details on all the innovation that Vivo has packed in its latest smartphone.
Thank you, Nipun, for telling us about the brand's journey in 2018. 2018 was indeed a very good year for Vivo, full of innovation, full of discovery, pursuit of excellence, and full of breakthroughs. We introduced some notable industry firsts in 2018. The revolutionary in-display fingerprint scanner, the immersive no-notch ultra-full view display, and the innovative pop-up camera. In 2019 too, we intend to continue with the same spirit. We have lots of new innovation, new technologies, and new breakthroughs waiting for you. In 2019, we promise to keep breaking through. V15 Pro is a combination of a best of innovation and the realization of consumer expectation. We, as a company, pride ourselves on our consumer understanding. Through in-depth needs analysis, we know exactly what our consumers want. And that is why V15 Pro combines a best of innovation and realizes our most important consumer needs. V15 Pro not only has the immersive ultra full view display or the in-display fingerprint scanner or the pop-up camera. It also has a triple rear camera. It can take better night shots. You can take wide angle shots. It has the latest processor, and of course, we take your selfie game to a new level today. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the latest superstar in our stellar V series, V15 Pro. Thank you. The Ultra Full View display is the first thing you see when you see V15 Pro. It is undeniably big, essentially bezel-less and entirely notchless. From a long time, our consumers have demanded a bigger screen which is comfortable to hold. An Ultra Full View display is the truest realization of the full screen demand. If you see closely, you won't see any notch. There is no hole, and of course, there is no drop of any kind. You get is an entire display which offers an immersive experience that cannot be matched by any other phone. This display comes with a screen size of 6.39 inches and has a tall aspect ratio of 19.5:9. The bezels are also extremely slim, just 1.75 mm on the side and 2.2 mm at the top. A combination of extremely slim bezels and a tall aspect ratio, we have been able to achieve a whopping screen-to-body ratio of 91.64%. This display is not only big and immersive, it's also a technological breakthrough. We have hidden the light sensor and the proximity sensor behind the display. So even though you cannot see them, they work just as well as any other regular sensor. This display also has deeper blacks. It has rich, crisp, and vibrant colors that you expect from your smartphone thanks to its Super AMOLED display. This is also one of the most color accurate displays. We have used a P3 color gamut setup which has an ultra high color saturation ratio of 10 million:1. That's how beautiful this Ultra Full View display is. This display has been made in mind you, our consumers. You can choose to do whatever you want to do with it. You can play movies on it, or you can watch games on it, or maybe you can just text your friends on it. But no matter what you do, I assure you the experience of V15 Pro cannot be matched by any other phone. Let's see what we have in the design section for you in this short video. This beautiful and gorgeous phone will be available in two beautiful finishes, topaz blue and ruby red. In-display fingerprint scanner is the best match for the Ultra Full View display. This technology, first introduced in X20UD, has now been refined over 5 generations. And now this technology is faster and safer than ever. We have used a new 3P lens system along with DSP optimization to bring down the unlock speed to just 0.37 seconds. So, in the beginning, we talked about taking your selfie game to a new level. But when you see V15 Pro, where is the front camera? The front camera was the biggest obstruction that we faced while creating this amazing Ultra Full View display. The position of the front camera normally you see resides in the front part of the display, occupying valuable space that can be better used as a screen. So we hid the front camera behind the display and used a pop-up mechanism to make sure when you need the camera, it's there. You don't need it, it's not taking up valuable space on the front part of the display. And also, we know you love taking selfies. And your love for selfies inspire us and motivate us to keep improving on your selfie taking experience. In that spirit, we announced the world's first 32 megapixel pop-up camera. Let me show you how this pop-up camera mechanism works. This pop-up camera mechanism consists of three major parts: a micro-stepping motor, an independent drive IC, and a precise control algorithm. This mechanism makes sure it works the way it is intended to be. The camera is there when you need it. When you don't require it, it's not taking up space on the front part of the display. This entire mechanism is held together by metal plates, which make sure that the mechanism is stronger and durable. Let's see what this world's first 32-megapixel camera can do. Before that, let's take a look at this picture. This picture, captured by a 20-megapixel camera, looks good, until you compare it to a picture taken by a 24-megapixel camera. But when you see this image captured by V15 Pro's 32-megapixel camera, all others pales in comparison. This image is not only bigger, it's better. It has more clarity, more details, and also has vibrant and natural colors that the other ones lack. Let's take a look at few more shots captured by V15 Pro's world's first 32-megapixel camera. All these pictures captured by V15 Pro have outstanding detail and clarity. This is what you get with V15 Pro: outstanding selfies 24 hours a day. We have also added the Face Unlock app option to the pop-up camera this time. With Face Unlock, this can scan more than 1,000 facial points on your face and can unlock your phone in only almost half of a second. If you're concerned about the speed or the durability of this pop-up mechanism, you have no need to be. Our engineers have rigorously tested this mechanism to work for at least 3 lakh times without failing. So that means if you take 100 selfies a day, it will last for at least 8 years without a glitch. Now coming to the rear cameras, we're also very excited about the rear camera of V15 Pro. V15 Pro is the first Vivo V series device to come with triple rear camera. The main sensor here is a 48 million quad pixel sensor, which can take outstanding pictures in day as well as night. The 8 megapixel camera enables super wide angle pictures, and the 5 megapixel camera makes sure that you can take excellent portraits. Coming back to the main camera, we have 48 million physical pixels present on the camera of V15 Pro. We have used a 4-in-1 pixel technology to combine adjacent pixels of 0.8 micron size and combine one big pixel of 1.6 micron size. In layman terms, V15 Pro's camera can take 4 times as much as light compared to a standard camera and thus deliver outstanding pictures in any light condition. Smartphone photography has always found low light challenging, and low light photography was a focus of V15 Pro while this at development stage. So we have created a special super night mode so you can click brilliant pictures in low light as well. Let me tell you how this works. When you're clicking a picture in the super night mode, this takes up to 6 to 7 different pictures in different exposure level and combines them together to make one image so that no details are lost and you retain the clarity that you can see with your own eyes. Let me show you an example of super night mode at work. This is a picture taken by a standard smartphone camera, a sort of picture that you would normally take on a night out. This is not bright, it is not clear, it is dark and full of grains. When you compare it to a picture taken by V15 Pro's superior camera, this is the kind of result that you get. It is much brighter and looks good, and to be honest, good enough for most people. But when you use the super night mode in the same scenario, you get an image like this. That is infinitely better than what you get from a normal camera. This is what we call impressive. Let's take a look at some more shots which are captured by V15 Pro's rear camera in super night mode. All these pictures have been captured by V15 Pro's super night mode. All these retain the clarity and the details of the scene. Sometimes our imagination is narrowed down by the narrow lens of our smartphone camera. But before that, we see V15 Pro's camera can also deliver superb clarity in daylight conditions. In front of you, there are two pictures captured by a normal camera and a V15 Pro's camera. Even after zooming, V15 Pro does not lose out on any details even after zooming. Sometimes our imagination is narrowed down by the narrow lens of our smartphone camera, but that is not the case with V15 Pro. V15 Pro comes with a super wide angle mode that lets you see more in all conditions. It can take pictures of up to 120 degrees using your phone camera. This is a picture taken by a standard 78-degree lens. In the same scenario, when you use super angle mode, you get an image like this. If you think that is impressive, let's take a look at few more shots taken by the super wide angle. Those were some of the highlights from V15 Pro's camera. Let's take a look at all the camera features of V15 Pro in this short video. Thank you so much. I'm very proud to announce that V15 Pros is India's first device to come with Qualcomm Snapdragon 675 chipset. And today, we have a very special guest from Qualcomm who will tell us about this brand new chipset. Please let me welcome on the stage Mr. Rajan Vagadia, VP and President, Qualcomm India, who will tell us about this new chipset. Mr. Rajan.
Thank you, Vivo, and congratulations. One thing which moved me today, apart all the innovations, of course, that moves us, but your respect for the Indian martyrs, thank you. The 1 minute silence you observed shows us how Indian you are. Thank you. Coming to all the innovations, I think doing justice to V15 Pro, sits within V15 Pro is Qualcomm's processor 675. As you know, the 600 series of Snapdragon processors were created to keep in mind, bring premium features to high-tier devices. And over last year or so, over 2018, we saw numerous devices, smartphones launched in India, which were very popular and did very well on Snapdragon 600 series. With 675, what we do is we bring all the experiences that were delivered by popular 660 series, the Snapdragon 660, which was very popular, a few notches higher. So what you end up getting with 675 are, and I'll go through some of them here, are some experiences related to camera, related to performance, related to power, which actually are taken up quite a few notches up. Okay. At the heart of the 675, there are fundamentally the blocks which make any processor. What we have done here is the amalgamation of the CPU and the GPU. They together are actually delivering us a very high experience in terms of the camera performances, in terms of the playback performances. 675 has, for the first time, we are bringing a Cryo CPU of the 4th generation. Typically, every new generation of our Cryo, which is our proprietary CPU architecture, we bring it to the 800 series. This is, for the first time, you will see concurrent arrival of 4th generation Cryo CPU to the 675. Along with that CPU, which is the latest, we also have quite a few firsts. It uses our 6th generation GPU. It also boasts about our X12 modem. All of these actually together, what does it mean to a simple consumer is quite a few experiences which are going to be way above what you have seen in the past. Let's go through some of them. Though these are some of the tangible ones which you can feel when you use them. Otherwise, they end up being numbers for most of us. The web browsing, you would expect, would go up by 60% efficient improvement over 660, which was our previous generation. On the launches, again, this is becoming an important fact as our patience, every consumer's patience levels are going and dropping. We need faster, improved latencies on launches. So the launches are improved by 20 to 30%. And here we are talking about launch of social media, we are talking launch of music, we are launch of AI, anything that has to do with the response times, we have bettered it in this chipset. This is something which probably we can relate to, or maybe it's new to India, but not as new. So I'm not sure whether we all are aware that there are 250 million mobile gamers in India. And the revenue out of mobile gaming is going to touch about $1 billion in 2019. 675 was created to deliver 3 key aspects: gaming, AI, and camera. You saw a lot about camera. I'm not going to touch that. I'll come to gaming. For 675, we worked with all the major 4 gaming engines. All the games what you see being played are built on these gaming engines. So on the software side, we've ensured that 675 is optimized for better performance as it works with all the gaming engines and all the games that have been created on top of it. On the hardware side, because it has to be supported by hardware, so one part was software, you come to the hardware. On the hardware, what changes is the Cryo CPU and the Adreno GPU have been optimized and tuned to work very efficiently, specifically optimized for gaming. One thing which gamers have been constantly looking for is the sound. And in 675, we support acoustic audio, which creates a surround sound, and this becomes very critical for serious gamers. Finally, not to forget that there is the X12 modem. And where do you figure out the role of a modem? The modem is the one which connects to the network. It has improved and it has faster connectivity. So when you play online games, you need a better modem connectivity. So the design and the optimization of 675 has effectively will deliver a very superlative gaming experience. That was gaming. Finally, coming to something which is a favorite for me is on AI. You saw AI being used in camera, and there are many aspects of AI. Here, in this case, we are taking AI in 675 such that with these 3 blocks, primarily Adreno GPU or CPU and the Hexagon DSP, they have been optimized in a way that you will see a 3x improvement in the AI performance. If I have to summarize 675, you saw amazing videos, you saw amazing features, mind-boggling. This innovation is amazing. And I would like to thank Vivo for bringing such amazing products to India. It gives us a natural pride to be associated with Vivo, where their DNA and their language is all about innovation, which is virtually an ingrained part of Qualcomm DNA. So thank you, Vivo. Congratulations on this launch of V15 Pro. It's going to be a huge success in the India market, as you have seen the success in the other products. With that, thank you, and I would like to invite Ankit back on stage. Thank you.
Getting back to the Popstar, this powerful chipset is complemented by 6 GB of RAM on V15 Pro. We also have 128 GB storage inbuilt into it. We also support dual engine fast charging so that your charging time worry is not there. As Rajan also mentioned, gaming is very important. And to provide ultra smooth gaming experience, we have a new dual turbo mode for you. With the dual turbo mode, we have been able to bring down the app opening speed by 20%, and we have restricted the low frame rate occurrences to less than 1%. We have also developed a new esports mode for online gaming. By studying over 100 professional gamers, we have made a new algorithm for background application optimization so that the game you're playing remains always in focus. And that's how we have optimized your gaming experience to bring you a much more smoother and professional gaming experience to your device. That was all about V15 Pro. Let's take a look at all the features of V15 Pro in this small video. V15 Pro is a beast of a device with a big immersive display, excellent cameras, and a powerful processor. But what should be the price of such a device which covers excellence in all areas? Before that, we see what we have upgraded from our predecessor, V11 Pro. We have upgraded the Halo Full View display in V11 Pro to the Ultra Full View display in V15 Pro. We've also upgraded the front camera from 25 megapixel to world's first 32 megapixel pop-up camera. Also increased the number of cameras on the back from dual rear camera to a triple rear camera setup. Also improved the main sensor from a dual pixel sensor to a 48 million quad pixel sensor. We have increased ROM from 64 GB to 128 GB and improved the in-display fingerprint scanner from a 4th generation to a 5th generation processor. Not forgetting Qualcomm Snapdragon 660, which has been upgraded to Qualcomm's brand new chipset 675. Now, before the price comes, let's take a look at the TVC of V15 Pro. Let's see what Mr. Amir Khan has done with the triple rear camera and the pop-up camera of V15 Pro. V15 Pro comes with a screen size of 6.39 inches, the Super AMOLED Ultra Full View display. It comes with 32 megapixel pop-up camera, triple rear camera setup with 48 million quad-pixel sensor, 6 GB of RAM, 128 GB of ROM, dual engine fast charging, Qualcomm Snapdragon 675, and 3700 mAh of battery. Now let's get to the TVC.
Thank you very much, Ankit. That TVC was surely a stunner. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the wait is finally over. To launch the latest pop star in town, Vivo V15 Pro, please join me in welcoming on stage Mr. Kent Cheng, CEO, Vivo India.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear partners and media friends, welcome to our new product launch event. Vivo has been continuously create leading innovation products in mobile phone industry. Today, we are very excited to announce the new game changer, Vivo V15 Pro. With V15 Pro, we are again bringing cutting-edge technology and innovation to our consumers. With the world's first 32 megapixel pop-up selfie camera and 48 mega-quad pixel sensor AI trap camera, Vivo V15 Pro will bring the best experience to the consumers. And we are proud to announce that India is the first market to have V15 Pro in the world. Now, no wait. Let me present to all Vivo V15 Pro at a price of 28,919 rupees. Per book. Now, it will be available starting from 6th of March for both online and offline channels. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we don't just have an exciting price for you. We also have some fabulous offers which are right on your screen from our partners, from affordability to many other partners. Additionally, the stock will also be available at our retail partners, amongst many other stores where we're already available. So the retail partners are also both online and offline, are right there in front of you. Thank you very much.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The highly innovative V15 Pro is finally in town. Friends from the media, it is your cue for the photo opportunity.